Hi guys, a very good morning and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. So let us talk about the future of Emmerson Mnangagwa in Zimbabwe. Probably inini maonera ndiri kuita ndeyekuti Mnangagwa is going to fall the hard way, is going to exit power the hard way. And I'm going to give you the reasons why I believe Emmerson Mnangagwa is not going to survive whatever which is coming after him. And let us remember that when he got into power because there were allegations that Robert Mugabe had surrounded himself with criminals, and these criminals, we are told that they are now in exile, and some of them are still in Zimbabwe, roaming around the streets of Zimbabwe. But the majority of these criminals, which were surrounding President Robert Mugabe, they are now surrounding President Emmerson Mnangagwa. And there is proof enough that these criminals are there. So the military set a precedence on how to remove criminal activity in the nation. And we are calling as Zimbabweans for the military to honor what they started, to actually target the criminals surrounding the president, because they have caused untold suffering to the people of Zimbabwe. It can't be an issue of Emmerson Mnangagwa continuously being in power over and over against the will and the wishes of the people of the Republic of Zimbabwe. People voted out Emmerson Mnangagwa. People voted out ZANU-PF because they are a criminal enterprise. And what happened is that the military continues to suppress the people of Zimbabwe, oppress the people of Zimbabwe at the expense of these criminals. Here is a message the military of Zimbabwe generated itself in 2017. If these people are not declared criminals, if the people who announced this on television are not declared criminals, then the criminals who are causing untold suffering in Zimbabwe must be apprehended. Commander Defense Forces Valerio Sibanda must come up clean and defend the constitution, because he was the commander of the ZNA, which rode tanks in the streets of Harare. Yes, Commander Valerio Sibanda was the military commander who rode the tanks into the streets of Harare in 2017 so as to capture the criminals surrounding President Robert Mugabe. During that period, teachers were earning $500 United States as a salary, and fuel was selling at 90 cents. Now, fuel is now selling at twice the price of 2017. Everything has gone up in terms of price, but the salaries have gone below $500. They are now lower than what was being earned in 2017. And we are told that there is no criminal enterprise activity happening. Why is the military not taking the same precedence they took in 2017? If that was the legal order, why are they not taking it right now? As a people, it's time for us to have a conversation.
We wish to assure the nation that His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe and Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, Comrade R.G. Mugabe, and his family are safe and sound, and their security is guaranteed. We are only targeting criminals around him who are committing crimes that are causing social and economic suffering in the country in order to bring them to justice.
We must see criminals being brought to justice, because during that particular period, we have never seen any criminal who was brought to justice. Yes, we have never seen any criminal which the military claimed. We have never seen them brought to justice. Where are these criminals? Is it that because these military people are very powerful and we can't question them? Is it the reason why they are treating us like slaves and idiots like this? Something must give in. We must reach a point where we tell the truth. We must reach a point where things are done correctly and are done accordingly. We cannot continue like this as a people. We can't continue to have such shameless activities happening in Zimbabwe. Nkoma Lloyd says the premise of the military coup in 2017 was put as thus: we are targeting the criminals around the president. We want to pacify a degenerating social, political, and economic situation that may lead to instability caused by these criminals. So right now that there is a threat of social unrest in Zimbabwe, social instability is likely going to happen in Zimbabwe given the rate of corruption, looting which is happening. And given how President Emmerson Mnangagwa is seen with criminals, something we have to give in. One day someone will stand out. Yes, one day somebody will stand out and challenge you. What will happen then? Will the military be ready to shoot the people who will stand out to challenge criminality? Or the military will have to step in on its own and stop the criminality they created? Emmerson Mnangagwa is in power illegally. He never won an election in Zimbabwe. 2018, he didn't win the election. 2023, he didn't win the election. 2017, he came through a military coup. He's occupying power illegally. This is a fact. People have been coerced to vote for ZANU-PF. People no longer want ZANU-PF. People hate ZANU-PF. But FAS came, they forced the people, beating people, doing all sorts of things to people. Where was the military? Defending the people? No. But defending criminals? Yes. Why is it that they allow criminality to happen to such extents and to such levels? Why is it that in Chikurubi we still have petty criminals there and the major criminals are walking scot-free? These are the questions we must be asking our leaders. When somebody launches a revolution, that person will be targeted. That person will be targeted. Job Sikala was unarmed, harmless, but he just had words against the regime. But he was arrested and spent over a year, more than 500 days in prison, for simply defending Mo Blessing Ali. We have a lot of people who are being haunted, who are outside the borders of Zimbabwe, who are being haunted left, right, and center by these criminals who are in charge right now. It doesn't matter. Our lives are important more than these people. Our future is more important than these people who are running criminal enterprises. Mr. Mnangagwa, you have to do the right thing. You have to do the right thing. These people, these boys around you are criminals. Yet when you removed Robert Mugabe, you told us that you are targeting criminals surrounding President Robert Mugabe. Where are those criminals? Why is it that those criminals were never tried? Right now we are seeing real criminals. Wikino Chivayo is a criminal. Hubert Angel is a criminal. Mike Chimombe is a criminal. Vesana Scott Sakupkanya, these are criminals. They're operating illegal criminal activities. This is the reason why when they do their transactions in countries like South Africa, they fear. Why is it that you don't have your bank details in Zimbabwe? Why is it that you don't get your money in Zimbabwe for your contracts? Mari dzenyu dzinenge dzichibhadharwa ku South Africa. It's because a criminal enterprise is being run right here. Or somebody is being paid 100,000 United States dollars for doing nothing. Umarwana 150,000 for doing nothing. Kungoenda ungonofranda chete ungoti chinhu ndechangu ichi chausina kana kucreator. Guys, wotonzi 150 350. Guys, this is embarrassing. It's time for the people of Zimbabwe to define the course and the path of Zimbabwe. It's a time for the people of Zimbabwe to rise against tyranny, to rise against criminality happening in Harare. There is criminality happening in Harare, and if we do not stop it, who is going to stop it? Because the military is nowhere to be found. The military is now, it seems as if they are the weakest people. They are no longer doing what they did in 2017. Why? Why is it that they defend criminality? This is something which must be dealt with.
We wish to assure the nation that His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, and Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, Comrade R.G. Mugabe, and his family are safe and sound, and their security is guaranteed. We are only targeting criminals around him who are